things are moving on.
All right, public comments. Let's see, who do we got here? Oh, Paul.
I know most of you do. There's one that has a problem.
He's not here today.
All right, Type E. Thank you. I'm here to thank you for your financial support of the parade. Type B, along with Type A, each contributes $3,000 to our funds, and thank you very much. We were able to raise $13,380 totally, and I just want you to know that there's 15 entities that give to that. In addition to your 3,000, there's 2,500 from Oliver, a couple of thousand from Pinnacle, 500 from Hughley, 600 from KTH Transportation in Burleson, and then very many $150 contributions from businesses up and down Old Betsy Road. But anyway, the yellow exhibit details the 76 people who were involved, mostly behind the scenes, in putting on this parade. And how you read this is like, let's say in the front, the parade planning committee, there's 9, that's unduplicated. Registration, there's 3. You get down to the dignitary drivers, you see 6 names there, but to the right, there's just the number 4, and that's because 2 of those people, Philip Jackson and Ellis Haney, are named previously as part of the parade planning committee. So that's an unduplicated number when you get to the total of 76. So overall, I thought it was a great experience. We have a review meeting tomorrow at 11:30 at Pinnacle Bank. You're all welcome to be there. The parade planning committee will be there. So will some of the members of the Chamber Board of Directors. And I'd like any of you to be there too. We're going to review it. Maybe we use Pegasus again, maybe we don't. We'll see. But we're just going to review this one, and then in August, a little bit after school starts, we'll start planning for next year, which is our 30th. Next year will be the 30th. And so maybe that's the time to recognize the 4 founders of this, Tim Sinclair and Aaron Moses, Mickey Johnson, Donnie Gore. Recognize them. Anyway, thank you, Type B Board. Your participation, your contribution is really appreciated. Yes, sir, Gary?
What, you said that we contributed 1,500 and...
No. Type B contributes $3,000.
Okay.
As does Type A, $3,000.
Okay.
Yes.
And you made $13,800?
No, sir. I'll tell you what.
I heard you say 13,800. What was that?
Yeah, that was
total
amount that we raised, and our expenses were $12,783. $10,750 of that is the fireworks.
Yeah.
We had to buy 1-day insurance for Pegasus for $800. The porta potties cost us $605, and then miscellaneous expenses like the trophies. But once the fireworks is covered, why the rest of it just about takes care of it.
Very, very expensive.
So,
I'm with DOG. I was just asking.
Jonathan, yes, sir.
How many floats? Did you finally get a final number for how many?
Yes, 71.
71. How did that compare to last year?
More.
Okay.
Yeah, more than last year, more than in recent years. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is a place to say it, but, we had the Public Works put a float in this year.
Yes, thank you.
And it was really cool to see the other cities come and support Keene. So next year, I haven't surprised Derek with this news yet, but next year I would like for us to support the other local cities as well. So put it on your schedule, you can come ride the float with us.
Just a quick rundown in the categories. Pathfinder and Adventurer, total 10 floats. Elected officials, there were 7. Schools were 6 floats. Businesses, let's say Pinnacle Bank, Old Betsy Dental, there were 10 of them. Car and Tractor Club, there was 9 of those. First responders, 7. Dignitaries, 5. So that would be parade marshal, grand marshal, mayor, city council, and Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus. Then other, there were 17. That would be like Jim Blair's truck, let's say, for a total of 71. So, all right. Thank you, Type E.
Yep, very good, Paul. You did a great job again. It was awesome.
You know, he's always got, I'm walking in, I'm halfway sitting down, and he's got a question. Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you don't want to answer it, just say so now, and I'll let you go and get it from somebody more reputable.
I'm sure you could. Anybody up here, yes.
Who, do you have numbers for the tractor club? Some phone numbers?
Yes, there was at least 9 there was 3 tractors, there was 9 Jeeps.
Yeah, tractor, but the tractor club, I understood.
Yes,
Johnson.
there was at least 3 tractors.
The Johnson County Tractor.
Okay.
You have a number for them? Phone
The
number?
number of
on-
tractors was 3. and-
Phone number.
Yeah,
He wants
I
to
do.
contact them.
I do,
okay.
but doggone it, I forgot it standing
Yeah,
here
that's
under
okay.
pressure.
I'll
Yes.
come by the office someday
Okay.
when you're working.
Good luck. Thank you, Paul. It was,
Any more ridicule I can take here?
got to save it, spread it out over the year a little bit.
See what I have to put up with? See? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. It was really good, really good. All right, we're going to skip to G real quick. Mr. Keith Jenkins has got a proposal to ask us, so Keith, come on. He's got to speak at a graduation tonight, so we're going to move him up.
Hello, everybody. My name's Keith Jenkins. I've been here in Keene since 2009. I originally came down here to Southwestern for international business and marketing, and then also as a music minor. Since I've been here, I have met, I don't know how long you individually have been in Keene, but there have been a lot of artists that have come through here. Erykah Badu, back in the 90s, she recorded her album right behind, where are we at? We're right here. So right back here at Pete Wiggins' studio, which Baduism, if you know anything about her. So she did that right here in Keene. Fast forward, my buddy Ricky Smedley, rest in peace. He was here at Southwestern and went through, what was the show, The Voice? I believe it was The Voice. And he did extremely well. Unfortunately, he passed here a few years ago. But him, and then there's also another one of my friends, Garrett Edwards. He was in my class. He was on Adam Levine's team. Got to, I think, top 5 and then didn't make it past that. But my point with telling you all that information is there's a lot of talent in this area. I myself am a musician. I've done a lot of cool things. I've been a lot of cool places, met a lot of cool people. But one thing that I've known since being here is that there's a lot of unrecognized talent. Now, we have Keene ISD, they have the choir, and I love the choir. They just sang the other day at the chamber meeting. That was awesome. Southwestern, when I was there, John Wall, he's just been amazing with what he's done with the choir. They've been all over the world. But then outside of that, there's other people like myself who aren't in those groups who want opportunities to be able to perform. And so about 10 years ago, again, I don't know how long you guys have been here, but there was a young man, he was my little brother, Jay Greenidge. He unfortunately had passed in 2015, but he was well on his way with his music. And so his music title, the way he presented himself, was Verde. His last name was Greenidge. Verde in Spanish is green. And so he just kind of did a play on words with that, and he was just doing a lot of things. He was in California, he went to Chicago, he was all over the radio and all that. And so what I wanted to do was give the people in Keene, or people, whether older or younger, the opportunity to be able to showcase their talents. And so the idea is the Verde Music Festival, and what that would do is give people once a year where they would be able to show up, and whether it's, like I said, younger or even older, this opportunity to perform here, this year, here in the, what's it called? Community Center, thank you. I don't know the names of stuff, but Yeah, so that'd be opportunity for that to happen. I recently just did a thing called the First Annual Gospel Fest, where I invited 12 churches, which Mr. Jonathan got to see some of that. And I invited all the area churches that I've been a part of. And we had a good time over at the New Beginnings Cowboy Fellowship Church. And what that did was just bring a bunch of people from Crowley, Burleson, Fort Worth, Arlington, all together for just music. You know, something positive, something we all can get behind in the church-wise. But this would not be necessarily a religious event, but it would be something positive for the local community, which could bring in, you know, hundreds, thousands of people. I mean, potentially, you know. So obviously we got to start small, and I figured in April of next year, because it's springtime, to start by doing that. And I've been talking with Ms. Carey. You can help me out.
So Keith he helped us out with the Christmas market. He set up his equipment and tore down his equipment both days. He emceed the event for us, and not only did he do that, he was on our Christmas market planning committee. So he put a lot of work into an event for us at the city, and what we are asking is if the B Board would support his event by waiving the fee for the community center for his festival.
Do you have a charge for people coming to the event, spectators as well as entrants?
No, sir, this would be a free event to better grab more people's attention. Just same way I did at the Gospel Fest, just show up and have fun. Yes, sir.
What is the fee? 1,500, what is it?
$1,200. It's $1,200. Yeah.
Part of that's a cleaning fee too, right?
Correct.
So first, let me say, I'm all for what you're doing. But what I don't want to do is to make this the president where everybody comes in and says, well, I'm having an event, can you give it to me? I'm having an event, can you give it to me? So I liked it when you said that he helped and volunteered his time and his equipment for our event. So I like that.
Do you want a cleaning fee, Donnie? Is that?
Well, that's where my challenge is. I think the citizens of Keene shouldn't have to fit the bill to clean the building. I don't know if you can have some of your, agree to have some of your clan, you know,
Absolutely.
clean it when we're
Or
done.
whatever would be needed, we could definitely take care of. I have a lot of people in my back pocket, so.
I believe that's part of the cleaning fee. If you don't clean, then you get charged that amount, but if you do clean, then you get that amount back.
You really have never rented, I don't know.
It's $600, yeah.
Oh, so you get that back then? Oh.
I move we do it with the stipulations Donnie put on it.
We got a motion and a second to waive the fee and waive the cleaning fee if it is clean like it looks like it did before you got there.
Absolutely.
All in favor? And it's unanimous. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Board.
Yeah, thanks,
Good
Keith.
one. Enjoy it.
All right, minutes from last meeting. Entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Motion,
Second.
a second. Any more discussion? All in favor? And it's unanimous. Consider, you want to skip that B, for the end? We may need to go into executive session to discuss that, correct? On the 4B board appointees? I thought you could do that to discuss personnel and appointments to boards.
Chairman has total control when he wants to do them. They don't have to do them by a number.
Right, but I'm talking about, we can go to executive session to discuss appointments to the board.
Can we?
We have numerous times in the past,
In this board?
yeah. To go over resumes and applications for a position up here?
It would be, where did I see it? Section 551.074, personnel matters regarding the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, but
Are we public officers?
Read that first line again?
It said you can, personnel matters regarding the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. And we're a public officer. Someone who holds office?
Yeah, public officers are elected. Appointed would be like the city manager and myself and the attorney. If you have questions of our city attorney, even though the city attorney isn't here, if we reach out through them through phone, you can go to consult a city attorney.
Yeah, find out, because I would be surprised that we couldn't discuss appointments to a board without doing it in the open.
We've just never done that since I've been here, so
Yeah.
let me just confirm.
All right, let's move on. C, review, discuss, and give direction to staff on the priority of projects.
You taking this? You want me to take this?
What's our list?
Yes, you were provided a list in your packet. Sorry, it's so tiny. There's a lot of information. Some of the list does also include some projects that are completed. If you look under the notes on progress, it'll have a green completed project completed on it.
Yeah.
I think this kind of goes back to, when Jonathan got here, we had 15, 20 items, trying to narrow it down to like 4 or 5 that are priority for now.
Yeah.
You said that list was in the packet?
Yeah, it's page 15, it's tiny.
Okay, thank you.
Did you refresh our memory what you want us to do here? You're looking for us to prioritize this list?
That is tiny.
Well, I think I asked for them to bring all the projects we
I
have
like it.
completed.
No, that's good.
And so it's for us to look over and see which ones are.
So where are we, is the baseball field drainage completed, or is that something else?
The
Put up.
drainage that you paid for in between the ball fields, yes, that's completed. So now the next step is to dig out the infields, which I started on field 1, and then tie those into it individually. So the main drain has been completed, yes.
No, it's 250 around.
Where's,
75 feet too short.
how come I don't see the pocket park in
Not enough
here?
room to make it big enough, yeah. And it's no better deal there than it's.
Is it on there, or is it we just not
I mean,
ever
yeah.
make it on list?
Pocket down at the bottom?
No, the Pocket Park is the very first. It's called Luz Arousal Park Improvements.
Oh, I didn't see that. So if we said today, hey, let's make that the number 1 priority, what would you do with that information?
Well, we need to know what we want to do there. I know, Paul wants his labyrinth.
Yeah,
And I know Mr. Heinrich and a few others have said maybe just like a picnic table, a little, concrete area, maybe a barbecue pit. But we do need to do some sidewalks going to the park for that neighborhood. And I had some pricing last year from our local concrete guy. I think it was $12,000 to go down 4th Street, and then $7,000 to go from that first driveway on Shady Oak. So that would be a good start with, that. And then I can get our engineers to look at where the majority of that water comes down and maybe dig that down a little bit, make kind of like a channel through the middle of it to kind of help so that when we do get those, once or twice a year heavy rains, it doesn't cover the whole area.
That drains pretty fast. You have a rain coming and, because that starts up around 805B,
Right.
and the runoff is gone in a hurry. As soon as it quits raining, it's
Yeah.
probably 30 minutes and it's all gone. Down through there, at least that's the way it is between me and my sister a little.
Yeah, it would just be nice to maybe dig that down a foot or so and just kind of level the rest off so you don't have a picnic table that's a little off kilter.
So would we wanna do the sidewalks first or start putting playgrounds in first?
You're gonna have to do the sidewalk. I think the sidewalk should be first.
Yes, and,
That way
and again,
people
that's
can
about
get to-
$19,000-$20,000 to do the sidewalks, and and so far in your budget, you said, let's go with 50,000. So if we did the sidewalks, that'll leave 30,000 to,
Would we put a perimeter fence around that thing?
It's gonna need a fence at some point, yes, to keep people from spilling over into the neighborhoods,
To
the
know what
backyards.
the boundaries are? Yeah.
I was wondering if we don't maybe do the sidewalks, put a perimeter fence, maybe a couple benches or picnic tables that maybe I could go take my dog and let him loose in there and run around or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not that,
As long as you got your pickup bag.
yeah, put a pickup bag there in a trash can, yeah.
I definitely think, since it's a clean slate, be strategic with it. That way, we have forethought on what we want the park to look like, or the community wants the park to look like, and instead of just kind of throwing things at it. Like you guys said, start with the sidewalk, and then do a perimeter fence, and that take up probably, 30,000 of the budget? And then go from there with the picnic tables and, yeah.
Table.
I think that's a good starting point.
You're saying we need to develop some kind of plan as to where things will go? Is that what you said?
What needs to go first? Like sidewalks and the perimeters?
Like, what do we want it to be?
And then benches, and then go from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with what you guys were talking about, but I guess keep in mind, like, kind of have a plan, that way we're not just kind of throwing things everywhere, then,
Yeah.
Can you get a what do you call it, Lamborghini, what is that called? What it calls?
Labyrinth?
Can you get a labyrinth in there and a swing set for a kid? Is
Yeah.
there room for both of that?
Yeah. yeah.
Should be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to.
And a picnic table
And a picnic
Benches.
table and,
yeah.
It's 2 acres, so you.
I wonder if someone would volunteer in our community to draw that out for us. Someone that may be here,
Does Elisa still live in our town?
I don't know.
She did this park for us. Elisa Carver, does she still live here?
You could ask around.
Ask Jerry Becker, that's his cousin.
Oh, ask.
You see Jerry Becker? Does he come in your place? You charge him? Oh.
Yep.
So maybe, are you asking us to vote on this or just give you verbal?
Direction.
I would think
I
that-
would suggest that we do the sidewalk and the fencing and see what we get out of that. See if we can do that. I don't know, you say 20,000 for the sidewalk, or
Yeah, about 19,000-20,000.
is it really gonna be that expensive?
My gosh,
Or we
it
gotta
seems like
do
a
a lot of grading or something, or a bridge, or what?
Yeah, it was like 12,000 to go from Shady Oak to the park, and then it was 7 to go from the edge of that first driveway to the corner on Shady Oak.
Now, you gonna put some culverts underneath that or something?
Right there, it wouldn't need it. Yeah,
Street and not wide.
There's not sidewalks at Shady Oak, right?
No.
no.
Is that what we did? We built that bridge since 1990, because Mike Bays was the guy that did it, but is it wide enough to do a sidewalk on the edge?
The sidewalk would go almost to the edge, and just kind of, the way I designed it for now, just to get a price, would just stop right there, kind of at the property line, so to speak.
I just had never thought that what we put there was wide enough to chop out a sidewalk in it, but
No. And again, that would just get you to it, that way you wouldn't have to walk down 4th Street, which, especially with that hill.
okay. What do you think for the fence? How high a fence would you put?
That's a short one,
I mean, if it's for
36.
dogs, I think they only go, 4 or 5 feet maybe?
36 inches,
But-
38 inches.
But if you're
60
talking
inches.
a perimeter fence, it's 6 to 8 feet.
I don't know why we need one that high.
yeah, I think like a
Just
4-foot
to-
fence,
Just to mark the area where people aren't getting into
Chain link
the
fence?
neighbors,
yeah.
you know where the. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll get some pricing on that.
And then we only really need the sidewalk on that 4th Street because of how narrow and dangerous it is, correct? We don't necessarily need it on the,
That's why we wanted to, for that road, because
Yeah.
you could park on the street up there if there's not enough parking in the parking lot, block safely to the park. Otherwise, you're gonna have
Mm-hmm. It's wet even.
Okay, so,
So can we move forward with that?
So my thinking is the sidewalk and the perimeter fence and see how far we can get with that. Then
Okay.
move on to something else. But if somebody else got some ideas. Does Paul have any ideas?
We could price it, can we price them?
I think if you're gonna have a park,
I agree.
there needs to be more than a sidewalk and a fence. So even if it's just a swing set, just something there so that we can at least start building.
But the sidewalk and the fence, allows you to then design
Right.
where the benches are gonna go, where the swing set's gonna go, and
Yeah.
so let's not overload them, so then we can have somebody draw out where everything's gonna be.
So I don't mind volunteering to help design that if somebody, like I would work with Paul and Gary, and if we could get the sidewalks going and the fence around it, I don't mind scaling it and drawing where things would go. Like, I agree with you though, some benches and some swings for the kids maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Paul's walk-around circle.
We're gonna wait long enough on that, Paul, that we end up naming it after you if we don't hurry up. We gotta get on the ball. The knot labyrinth.
I would move that we start with the sidewalk and the perimeter fencing and see where we are.
Okay.
Next
great.
month, we can
But y'all can work on
vote
drawing
on
it
some,
out?
yeah.
And then why can't we just do the memorial bench? Why can't we just say, just do that?
I think we're waiting on TechStot still, right?
Well, that's,
Go ahead.
Well, we finally had a meeting with TxDOT yesterday,
Oh, sweet.
and I finally got to talk to somebody that had some clout. And they gave me a direction on that, because in the past, I was like, oh, you need this, you need that, it needs to be engineered, it needs to be, well, he just said, as long as it's more than 15 feet behind the back of the curb, you're good to go.
the
As long as
front
you got
of it or
permission.
what?
I'm sorry, what?
The front of the bench needs to be 15 feet from the back of the
Well,
curb?
Okay,
12
sorry, we have to hold this to agenda item E. We are talking only about prioritizing projects, sorry.
My bad.
Otherwise, the agenda gets.
All right, bump
Oh,
bump to the next one.
I
We'll
thought that
talk
was
about-
part of that.
We'll talk about that one in a
Well,
minute.
that's on the agenda.
We already talked about sidewalks, that's a priority. What about the skate park,
That's not done.
Yeah.
number 4?
This is the list of all our projects we have agreed to do,
Right.
and we're not getting them done.
I would like number 2 to be the Matthew Memorial Bench.
Okay.
If everybody agrees,
Yeah, it's a simple
That's an
knockout.
easy
even though we
Yeah.
can't talk about it.
As a point of order, item F, I made a motion that we go ahead with the deal, but we didn't vote on that, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to F yet, in E.
Because we're talking about,
That's what she's saying, we gotta just discuss about priorities right now, then we'll jump down there.
Okay. See, when I came back in, we
Oh,
were talking
okay.
about
I
it, so I
thought
thought we were already on.
No,
it.
we're still on B. I mean C.
All right.
I mean,
I would like I'm just talking out loud, and I'd like number 3 to be the baseball field drainage improvements. So I'm reviewing what we've just talked about. The park improvement with the fence and sidewalks, number 1. This is just Donnie saying just because I want to give some direction. Number 2 would be the bench for the sitting bench on Old Betsy. And then my opinion, number 3 would be the baseball field drainage improvements. Those are 3 things that aren't a tremendous amount of money that I think could be done pretty quickly.
and fast.
And of course, the warning siren, I just thought that was done already.
So can we hear about that?
Not now.
Agenda.
All right, I just don't want the skate park to be pushed to the back burner after we've gone through all the steps of approving all the
Why
stuff.
can't you do like 2 of these things at one time?
I agree.
Or 3 of these things
I mean,
I think 1 through
as
3
far as
can
the
be done
skate park
instantly.
goes, I can reach out to that company and have them come out again and give options, more options, other than just, maybe, because they do concrete as well, like Daniel was asking, so.
So 1, the park, 2, the bench, 3, the baseball drainage, those are the cheapest of all the ones. And then go sidewalks and skate park in no particular order after that.
Why wouldn't you include the siren, just get that going? I thought we were
I
gonna,
think we're fixing next.
yeah, that's on a different,
He's fixing
on a
next.
point.
so that doesn't need to be on our list, we're just gonna make an action item on that.
Yeah, about to find out. All right, we're gonna move on from C so we can start doing some stuff. D, review and discuss and consider possible action on an update and quotes for an additional second outdoor warning siren.
Good afternoon, Board. How's everybody doing?
Great.
So, as a reminder, this has been kind of pending for quite a long time. The reason it's been pending is it proved very difficult to get quotes from electric companies to do the electric install for these. We had one company that just refused to give us a quote, and then another just kept asking for another week, and then I finally just bypassed them. So in the packet that I submitted, it's got some information regarding the outdoor warning sirens. I previously submitted that. And then you have the two quotes that I was able to obtain, and then we also, to meet state law, we did have a no quote, so that will comply. So to help get through the quote for the sirens, well, before I do that, this board had given me direction to get quotes for the installation of 2 outdoor warning sirens that would be in addition to the one that we have existing, for a total of 3 for the city. That coverage, if you'll remember, you had some sound maps, but that would give us coverage basically north to south. So we're looking at one near the water tower on Old Mansfield Road, and then another at Wallen Park. So so we've got one on South College, so that'd be north, middle, and then south of town. And then we could look at adding to that system in the future. So looking at the quote from ASC, American Signal Corporation, they have it broken down to help you. The quote for the installation of 1 outdoor warning siren is dependent upon whether you choose to put in a steel or a metal pole or a wooden pole.
Do we have that quote?
It
Don't have that.
It was provided in the email. It was provided,
No, it's not in the packet. I just had the electric.
okay.
I apologize.
So it was from the previous meeting that we discussed this, but I can break this down for you.
No, just tell us. It's
So with a steel pole, which is what the company strongly recommends, for the installation of 1 unit, it'd be $42,804. We could potentially use a wooden pole at a cost of $37,848. They do not recommend that because of the head that they mount the siren to, and then durability and longevity. So with those numbers, then you could look at the quotes provided by the electric companies as well. The one is $16,347 for both sites. The other, this person broke it down into per site installation. So it depends on whether you want to install 1 or whether you want to install 2. But just to make the math easy, with steel poles, using the lesser of the 2 quotes, installation for 2 would be $91,965. If you chose to use wooden poles, $82,053. The one that we have existing is on a metal pole. And then if you went with the other one, of course, it's about an extra $10,000 for that particular quote for the electric.
So turnkey for 2 of them is the 91.9.
$91,965 using the lesser of the electrical quotes.
I have a question. Sorry, I don't keep up. Is this in our budget, or would this be as an addition to our budget? I mean, did we approve this?
I'd have to look at that. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember that being a CIP. It was capital improvement, so when you put it in the budget.
You throw so many acronyms around.
Capital improvement project is what we could call these, and I don't remember that being in the budget this year. So this would be, yeah.
And there's no state funding to assist with emergency sirens in a community?
There may be some potential grants available, particularly with what happened this previous year down like Kerrville area, but that is more towards flooding areas. I don't think we're gonna fall within that category. That's where a lot of money is being pushed right now for grant purposes.
I'd like to see us just take one and get it done, and then see if we've learned anything while we do that. Then we can do the second one even better. Personally,
Where would you put the first one?
that water tower right over here.
And what about everybody else that doesn't hear what's going on in the community?
Well, we keep working on it. They don't hear it now anyway. We just keep working on it. If the wind's out of the south, you don't hear much out there. Wind's out of the north, like yesterday, you can hear this one out there.
Yeah.
Depends on where the wind's. I'd just like to see us take one and get it done. And if we learn anything while we're doing it, improve on the second one.
Again, you have it in your packet, but just to break it down and let our citizens hear.
I'm having a hard time finding it in the packet.
On this one quote for the Wallen Park location, it was a little more complex. This one, this person quoted $3,856. And then for the Old Mansfield Road location, $2,501. So about $1,000 difference, not all that much, but it would be a little more complex at the Wallen Park location.
And the Walton Park location is where?
It's off of Texas, down by Ray Street. There's a location there. There's an old non-functioning siren there near the railroad tracks. You can find it there on an old right-of-way that the city used to, well, city has. I believe there was an old lift station there at one point that was demolished. And so we do have access to electricity there, but it would be a little more tricky to get that installed.
I have a silly question. Could we put a siren where our new police department might be that could catch both that and this way some?
We can put them wherever you want. We can have engineers, redraw those sound maps, but you're looking to get the best bang for the buck, so you want to space them out accordingly. Distance, geography, all affects that, and then as does wind speed. All of that can affect. If you have a tall building, then that can affect how the sound reaches people.
Is not that siren on Ray Street or Texas, is that not at the edge of our city property? Is it?
So, yeah, we discussed that even back then, so there was discussion about, what's the proper placement. And at the last meeting where we discussed this, my direction was for those two locations to go out and get those quotes. If you're gonna give me different direction, it may take me another few months to get all that redone, because it's all new variables.
Wallen Park's on that county road back there is where you're talking about.
317.
Yes, sir.
There used to be, there was.
Yeah, you take Santa Fe
a
back to the
station
railroad
back
tracks.
there at one time.
And also have a thought, if we know we're gonna need both of these, we have the money to do them both. So I would think, I understand what Mayor Heinrich's talking about. I think if we have the money, that we go ahead and do them both and get them done, so if we have some kind of bad weather, we're not having part of our community not hearing a siren. Be different.
So, looking at our city limits, and this, of course, it's ever evolving, but this will give us coverage for the most part for city limits going north to south. We would need to eventually look at going east and west, because our city limits, they're not gonna be a perfect circle. So we do need to look at all of that and then consider coverage as the city continues to evolve and change.
So do we need a motion to move forward with this one so that we can get going on it?
Can we make a motion on this?
How does the public,
It says consider approval.
how does the public hearing factor into all this, Ollie?
So when they know the amount and plan they want to do, we hold a public hearing. We have to give it 30 days, schedule it 30 days out, and then again for council, 30 days out.
So if we start moving, and we have the cost,
Correct. Now, if this gets pushed back too much further, I'm gonna have to get all these companies to requote, but I don't think that'll be an issue.
Yeah. So if they give us direction to go, then we can post
Yeah,
in the
let's,
paper 30 days.
yeah, some of the other items.
So we can have it by the next B-board, well,
No, it'd have to be January, or, the
February.
February meeting.
because there's not 30 days before the next one. So, and then we would, at that time, we don't need 30 more days, do we, between then and
It
council?
would be the council meeting that follows.
Okay,
So you
So-
can set
so
a
it'd be
budget for
March.
this item, not to exceed, as we did with some of these other projects. It doesn't have to be an exact amount, but you can set an amount.
so if you give us direction today and we move forward with it, we can have this approved and pushed through first Thursday of March.
So I'll entertain a motion for up to $100,000 to put 2 sirens.
I motion.
And the siren that you're talking about, that's the one that you already presented with us before?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
We got a
for
second.
Approval up to $100,000.
Any more discussions? All in favor? And unanimous. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
It's happening. All right, review, discuss, and consider approval for the memorial bench not to exceed $5,000. I'll entertain a motion for that.
Move to approve.
Second. Got it? All in favor? Raise your right hand and it passes.
Okay, so, why do we have enough space if it has to be pushed back 12 feet, 15 feet?
Yeah, I went out there and measured it today, and I should have that
That's what
little
this is.
map.
Oh,
You see the little
Try to figure out what this,
orangish triangle there, brownish triangle. If we put the bench there, that's about 15 and a half, 16 feet off the back of the curb, so we're good. I talked to Sonic. They said they're good. I just need to give them this map. It may not be that exact location, may go slightly left or right because there's some meter boxes and stuff there. But just wanted to make sure that's where you guys were okay with it, and then it will need to go to council to be approved, and we can do it.
So it's essentially in the
Go to
same
council so we can get it
location?
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you duplicate this now that you've got approval? TxDOT?
As far as like
Yeah, we
other
want to put
places.
6 more along the walkway all the way down.
Yes, yes.
They're
He said
15
as
feet
long
with
as it's
the-
15 feet off the back of the curb,
they don't care.
and we have permission from whoever the owner of the land is, whether it be Town Hall Estates, University,
Yeah.
Dollar General, we can do it.
So this is another classic example of, they were going through a lot of turnover over there too, and people were in positions that didn't really know. So I do want to do a shout out to TxDOT because everyone that's there now has been here for the last 10 months that I've been here, and they do seem to have a really good group. And so we are doing semi-monthly meetings now, and so we're actually going to be able to get traction on this. So we finally, poor Don, when he told me the history of, just trying to figure this thing out. So as long as we stick to their guidelines, we don't need their permission or their
Can TxDOT prioritize things like sidewalks that they've started, like to complete that? So we didn't pay for the sidewalk in front of SWAU. TxDOT did. Can we ask them to budget and fund a sidewalk to our park? Now
We
you have
did
such
have
a
a
good
little
relationship
discussion
with
on
them?
that yesterday. They're gonna look into some of the things in reference to that. Those sidewalks that were redone, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 years ago? That was part of Mr. Obama was president, rebuild, jobs, and those were all ADA compliance, and that's how those sidewalks got done. But now they're technically our responsibility now, which I didn't realize until yesterday.
He said they are going to look into see what grants they have available, to us. So anyway, again, having a scheduled meeting every other month, we'll actually be able to, they have a list of about 9 things that we went over yesterday that we
Right.
want to see done in the city. So sidewalks. Anyway, we're going off topic. Sorry, Holly.
All right, F.
I got a question
yes,
on
sir.
the topic.
Go ahead.
This map here, are we gonna concrete from the sidewalk to that bench,
Be a pad there?
underneath the bench and access to it?
Well, I wasn't gonna do like a sidewalk to it. I mean, we can look into that and doing that, but it was mainly just put a pad to set the bench on.
Do you think we need a pad for it, though?
I don't think we do.
What?
Sidewalk to it?
I think-
Sure we do.
I think you should, the width of the bench, all the way to the sidewalk should be concrete.
Right.
Otherwise, you're
Now I'm
gonna end
gonna
up
have to, if we do that, that's gonna go into
I
that,
know that's gonna go into the text
that
dot, 15
encroachment.
feet.
TxDOT's gonna want it
Exactly. I
engineered.
don't think we need
They're
a
gonna want a plan
sidewalk.
drawn up, and that's gonna cost more money.
Now, do a pad, I agree, but I don't think,
And then they
you can't
have to
connect the
approve
sidewalk.
it.
What do you think the benefits of the pad would be?
I just think cleanliness, yeah.
You're gonna end up over time in years, you're gonna have my feet digging the dirt out, and there's gonna be a rut there that gets water in it, and then.
That's
We'll
perfect.
put a pad under the bench, yes, and set the bench on it.
Right.
Okay.
But if we go from the front of the bench to the sidewalk
gotta
and
have
tie it in,
engineering.
now we're gonna have to get permits from TxDOT, and it's gotta go through.
I bet you.
It has to be, you know, I can't just give them a drawing, it has to be engineered, it has to be,
I think they could
it's
pass
very
that.
particular.
You
I say
also
we
have-
go ahead and do
you
it,
also
and
have
if
to
we want to,
remember-
that's an easy add later.
Right.
Those right of
Yeah.
ways,
We could do that in the future,
buried
yes.
lines too.
All right, we're gonna move on to F. Review, discuss, and consider approval of improvement projects at Luz Araza Park. I'll entertain a motion for not to exceed $50,000 to put sidewalks and perimeter fencing at the minimum.
I move we do the sidewalks first and the fencing with the $50,000, see what we got left, what else we can add.
Need a second?
A second.
Nelly with a second? Any more questions about that?
Can you read that back to us so we understand what we're voting on?
A motion was made to start with creating sidewalks and putting fencing around the perimeter of the park with a budget not to exceed $50,000.
So what's the consequence if we only spend 30 on that? We have to come back and vote again to spend more? If we
We
said,
have to
hey,
come
let's
back.
put a,
Vote, pick how many more picnic tables or whatever we want to do.
does that have to go to public hearing again?
Well, that's the reason I was saying the wording of starting with those two and give us some ability if we have 10,000 left to put a swing in. Or
She didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, but,
No, you've done a public hearing for park improvements.
so if we have money left over, we can put a swing in without coming back here and saying, put a swing, right?
Yeah.
And
That's all I
the
wanted.
sidewalk would just be 4th Street, not,
No.
So she said we wouldn't have to have another public hearing.
Right.
That's what she's
Right.
saying, yes.
Unless we go over,
That if we have,
Unless you
ex-
go over, correct.
if we have money left over to put a swing set and some picnic tables.
do we want to go ahead and get, I guess, an amount for that now? See how much it would cost?
Let me ask Holly a question. Holly, so in our public hearing, we didn't put any dollar amount on it, did we? Or did the 50,000 pop up in the public hearing?
It was 50,000.
Okay, good deal. All right, I've got a motion and a second, so any more discussion? All in favor?
Oh,
Oh,
how high are we gonna make the fence?
4 foot.
I'd say 4 foot, yeah.
36, what is
4
it?
foot? You have to be careful, because if they're out there throwing the ball around, the ball's gonna go over,
I should put a gate on the backside or something, huh?
huh?
Maybe put a gate on the backside.
Yeah, you don't want it too high to take away from the aesthetics of
Yeah.
it.
Does it need to be wide enough so you can get your mower in there and mow?
You and me, but
Yeah,
I
you-
can't get through those trees anymore, they've grown up so thick in there. Used to be a path through there, but I don't mow it anymore.
the city, whoever does the city mows it.
Yeah, the gate will
It's
need to
hard
be
to
bigger.
get a 6-foot mower in there, Donnie.
I'll come back to you with pricing on different sizes of fence.
Yeah.
All those in favor? It's unanimous. All right, what did you find out from the lawyer about B?
Right now. So we can, so there is a provision, normally when we go in, like, if it's on executive, there's a provision that we put on the agenda now, but we can go into executive, but we do need to have an attorney available, which I do have one, so.
All right,
Good.
so we're gonna recess into executive session real quick
Call the time.
at 4:25.
And I do apologize, I just hadn't gone
I'm like, all right, tell me the sizes and we'll do it.
We're coming out at 441. I would, according to number B, I open the floor to any nominations to fill one or two of the vacancies for the 4B board.
Your speaker.
I move that we accept.
Put your speaker on.
Alma Davila's request to be on the 4B board.
All right, so Mr. Heinrich nominates Alma, or makes a motion for Alma.
I'll
Davila.
second that.
Got a second from Mr. Beeson. Any discussion?
No.
Ooh. Okay, no, I just remember we were gonna ask something else first. All right, so, all those in favor, vote yes. Raise your hand. Sorry, let me see it again. 3. If you're voting in favor, raise your right hand, please. All right, all those against? All right, it passes.
All right, I'll make a motion to nominate Phil Jackson to the 4B board.
Mr. Beeson has nominated Mr. Phil Jackson.
I second that.
We got a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed? And it passes 4-0. Welcome, Mr. Jackson. Perseverance pays off. That's all. We thought it was 8, but hey, if it was 14.
It's funny.
Don't let it ever be said that there's not a reward for persistence. We appreciate you being here so faithful and look forward to next month you joining us. All right, any other things that we talked about?
I think we need to change the name of our
Thank you.
board to.
Thank you, Gary.
Something other than Economic Development Corporation.
How about we go back to what it was originally?
Amen.
So request for future agenda items will be to discuss changing the name of the Keene Economic Development Board, and we will have suggested titles to change it at the next meeting.
Believe it or not, that's a
What
good,
did we
that's a
call it?
good agenda item because our attorneys have been looking into that. And they also had the same recommendation, so we will also come with a
Come up with a couple of names that are
legal
options.
position on
I've
that.
never liked that change.
Yeah.
What was it before?
Well, they did it so they could use our money.
No, I forget. It was something to do with, my first meeting on the board, they voted to change that. I didn't do it. They also voted. No, it was before that, Phil. It had something to do with quality of life. I forget what it was.
The Community Development Board, and then the Business Development Board, and then it somehow changed to EDC Type B Board.
Yeah, I think I first joined it with the Business Development Board name. All right, so that'd be an agenda item. Anything else? Motion we adjourn? Everybody favor?
I'm